Friends and enemies, caterpillars and butterflies, attractive singles, ready to party, and happy families the world over. Ugh. We're watching Preston can't play. This game is hard to do a sync to because there's like a 5-second gap in between moving the cursor and the sound of the cursor moving. And it's really distracting. Anyway, it's your very best friend in the entire world, Preston Black, playing Final Fantasy X. We're going it solo for now. Yeah, nailed that one. This game is a lot harder than I remember it being, and I say that every single time I play it because I'm simultaneously playing the Final Fantasy X remaster, and it's a lot easier, and I don't know why. I think the development, like the leveling system, the sphere system, is moves a little bit faster. I think in the remaster, and so your characters get their buffs quicker, and as you would imagine, that aids to getting through battles quickly. So, it's an adjustment. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. How are you? Healing and healing and healing. What? The ghost is sitting a few feet away on the couch. We have a new setup. We have a new apartment. And that comes with a new setup. And so I no longer do my gaming capture from the couch position. I am now at my desk position. And the ghost is sitting on the other side of the room on the couch. And just playing Sims 4. Oh, it's a bit late. I'm recording. It's just a bit late. It's a bit approaching bedtime. So I'm getting the yawns pretty hard, but we're gonna fight through this because it's what the people want. On these regular fights, these battles with just everyday enemies, and I'm struggling to keep my characters alive here. And ridiculous. Overdrive. There we go. Blizzard Fury. Oh, I have to do a thing. Ugh, botched it. Heals, please. Nope, never mind. Not alright at all. Point. That's cheap.
Excellent.
So, Ghost and I have been watching The Simpsons. We got that Disney Plus action happening, and we've been rewatching old Simpsons. And it's crazy because I know that it's like a thing that like Family Guy like reuses like Simpsons plots. But it's never been like up until this point. I've always kind of been of the mindset of it's just kind of circumstance. There's nothing new, you know. Everything's derivative of something else. But rewatching old Simpsons stuff, it's super clear just how much it informs Family Guy. Like the cutaways, James Woods guest stars. Like, I don't know. It's like every episode, I feel like you watch it and it's just like, oh, I remember this Family Guy episode. Like, entire premises for episodes are just stuff that Family Guy has done, and it's ridiculous. It's a little bit much. It's a little bit much for me. Grace is a very vocal hater of Family Guy. I don't mean to say hater like you're a hater, but like legitimately hates Family Guy. Hates Seth MacFarlane and everything he's ever touched. Oh. I didn't know that you called your lists the Seth MacFarlane list. I knew that you hated Seth MacFarlane, like, possibly above all others, but...
Word has gotten around about me. Now all the Crusaders are ignoring me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. Seth no, I'm not being a jerk. I agree with you. But I was surprised. I'm surprised to hear that Ryan Murphy is higher up on the list than Seth MacFarlane. That's true. I would be willing to bet that you didn't see all of Family Guy, though, and if you did, I wonder if you would feel the same way. That's a question for the ages. Or something. What was I actually talking about? Oh yeah, The Simpsons. Oh yeah, I guess that's kind of a dead thread, but yeah, it's just remarkable to me. Like, seriously, every episode is just like, oh, right, that was from Family Guy, I remember. So... let's get some camera action going. I've announced it several times. I think you're putting me on. So in our downtime, I have made an attempt to find AEW wrestling. This is the content that Grace shows up for. It's really good. They have the episodes for free to watch on TNT. They only stay up for like 12 weeks. So after that, they start taking them down. So, or not 12 weeks. Yeah, maybe. They go down after 12 weeks, I should say. I don't know how long they stay up because I didn't do that math. But I started watching them probably like about a month ago because we were still in Seattle when I started, and the most recent episode that they had up on the website was, or the latest, the oldest episode that they had up was episode 12. But they have a lot of recaps and stuff on their YouTube, and they have like pretty much all the matches. They have like the payoff of the finish that you can watch and get like kind of the big story beats. Just like the full matches that you're missing out on. And then also in addition to their cable TV show, they have their like dark matches essentially that they film on the same nights as they film their TV series. And they put that up on YouTube for free as a separate show. That's called Dark. So you can watch that. So there's a lot of stuff to watch to get caught up, but it's really good, and I'm very stoked because at the time of filming this week's episode, we got the debut, the two big debuts, right? We got Luke Harper, formerly known as Luke Harper from the Wyatt family. He's in there. Yeah. Going by the name Brody Lee now. And then Matt Hardy was another one. He let his contract run out with WWE like last week, and he's already on AEW now. And I'm very, very excited. I started listening to, he did an interview episode of Chris Jericho's podcast, and I was listening to that earlier this evening. And it's a lot of him just talking about, the circumstance that led him to let his WWE contract run out, and like what brought him to AEW. And I think they recorded it on the night right after the segment that they recorded, or after the show ended. It's really interesting because with all the coronavirus stuff, because that's causing it's having a huge impact on the wrestling community in general. But it's forcing these bigger programs, WWE and AEW in particular, are the only ones that I follow. I'm sure the other ones are doing similar things, where they've kind of retreated. They're no longer like touring their shows, and they've retreated back to like their home base. And so they're recording these shows in like empty arenas, or empty, in WWE's case, they have their performance center. It's just like a warehouse space where they do their training. And they've like kind of converted that into what looks kind of like a large indie space. Only there's no audience at all. And same thing with AEW. They're in like a half arena, half stadium, not arena. So if you go to like a concert or something where they like kind of split the arena in half to set the stage up and everything, it kind of looks like that. Only it's completely empty. And they've got like a couple guys, in the audience to kind of just like react to things a little bit, so it's not just completely dead air. It's really fascinating. Just the adjustments that they've had to make to do this. Anyway, so that was the circumstance that that they recorded these the episode where they had these two huge debuts. It was really unfortunate. And actually, one of the things that I thought was kind of a bummer that Matt and Chris Jericho talk about on the episode that I was listening to is that this episode that they filmed was originally supposed to be in Rochester, New York, which is where Luke Harper, Brody Lee, is from. And so they were supposed to do that in front of his like hometown crowd, and now they had to do it in Florida. So that is kind of a bummer, but it was very cool. And I'm not like, while I watch the videos of the debuts, I'm not really up to speed totally on what's going on plot-wise, so it's kind of out of context. Would you like to hear that? Or not one bit. Not interested in that, thank you. But that was cool. It makes me really excited, and I need to get back into it. I haven't watched any AEW since we moved, just because I've been like settling in, and like getting back to work has been weird because I didn't work for like almost 3 months. So getting back to work has been a little bit chaotic, and having to readjust to that sleep schedule and everything. I don't have like, when I was in Seattle, I had a lot of time by myself while the ghost was at work. So I don't want to just spend an unending amount of time every day trying to just watch wrestling because that bums the ghost out because she's not really into wrestling. I didn't say that. Yeah, but yeah, once things stable, I've been at work now for like a week and a half. No, 2.5 weeks. Starting to feel a little bit more settled in, but then of course, right as that happens, everything with coronavirus hits, so that kind of like also disrupts your kind of daily flow. So there's just been like this constant stream of things occurring at different levels to prevent me from sort of feeling like I have a daily routine. And that really cuts into my watching wrestling time, I'm going to be honest with you. So, and this is the first time I felt like I had like a minute to just record some episodes. Also, so like it's just everything. It's been just like a whole month of just being in constant flux. Dust is starting to settle. It's nice. They continue down that road. Over. Oh, I guess say it's. I know that this is the one game that I would probably be the slightest amount of interest in. But I also know that watching Final Fantasy X just makes you want to play Final Fantasy X too. And I don't want to do that too. All right, well, I think that'll do it for this episode of Preston Can't Play. So you stay cool and keep on keeping on, and we'll catch you on the other end of the time when there's no Preston Can't Play going. Yes. However much time is between right now and the next Preston Can't Play video that you watch, I'll see you at that point.